I'm gonna put myself on.
Where is this backdrop taken?
Oh, I was in New York at the what was it? The Statue of Liberty Island.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah,
It's
I wanted
beautiful.
to capture Empire State of Mind, period.
Love it. I'm gonna find that picture on your Instagram and be like
Yeah.
Empire State of Mind. Let's see here. What was the last class you've taken?
That's interesting you say that because I just finished I think it's the ABR and I haven't received any
Yeah.
emails regarding it, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I
And you
don't know.
followed the next steps. I know after the class you have to do so many things for
Yeah,
NAR
but
itself.
they didn't give us like a next steps type of thing. So I guess, I don't know, I'll look back and make a phone call because I didn't get like a email or anything, which is odd.
No problem. Right. So as you do that, I'll get some information for you too, because I know it's a fee. There's elective
Yeah,
courses you have to take. So I'll get you those next steps.
thank you. I did take the elective courses already, so
Okay,
I
good.
saw it completed that, but it's like,
Hmm.
wait a minute, I haven't heard from them. That's weird. And
Right.
that was last week I completed that.
Nice. Which office did you take it at?
I did it online with
Okay.
NAR, yeah.
If I can pull it up. Yeah. I see Jeff is on, but I haven't seen him pop on yet.
The listing machine.
That's what his nickname is.
Yes.
I believe it. Oh, surprise. There are two Jeffs.
Hey, good morning. How
Hi,
you
how are you?
doing?
Good, how are you?
Phenomenal. I'm excited. We just sent out a final notice to our group,
Hmm. No problem.
so we will wait a little moment before we dive in. I don't know if you have any news or any announcements or
I
anything to tell us
do.
in the meantime. We're super excited about that, and what we'll do is
Hmm.
we'll get everybody in the room.
Perfect. Okay. I saw two of your faces, the one you were just talking from, and then another one. Oh, if you can make me host, I can pull up the PowerPoint and I can start on the intro slides. And then as people come in, they can get the other portion as well. There we go. Okay, so as I get this set up, you have already received it. But I do want to remind you that it is early dues or dues billing time. So you may have received that updated email from your association regarding incentives for paying early. I will go over dates and additional drawings that we're having for those of you who do pay on time. Two grand prizes include next year's dues being paid in full. So if you're that lucky winner, make sure you give me a shout out, like, oh, Jalina told me about it. But we are doing that drawing as well as a daily drawing starting on, get those dates. You know, you have so many dates in your head, you don't want to mix them up. May 1st through June 5th, there are daily drawings for those of you who submit your payment on time and early. And throughout the training, we'll go over exactly what those additional incentives look like. I was telling Kayla that I am working on 2 screens today. So if you see me looking back and forth, that's because I am using multiple screens right now. My camera is on this one, as you can tell, but the screen I want to work on is up here. So you'll see that throughout. All right. So again, good morning to all. I know we're waiting for a few more to join us, but we're going to get started with our introduction and reminder of your benefits of being a Miami member. We have a good one in store for you today. So you are here to learn how to master your Miami dashboard. There are so many icons available for you. That means that you have access to various services and products that will enhance your business in the real estate profession. So we're going to jump into that today to highlight a few different icons and products that you'll see. We won't do all of them, but we'll do a great majority so that you have a variety of things to work through. Hey, so reminder, we love to share this with you. 60,000 members, making you the largest local association in the US and second in the world to Canada. We have the Super E-Key for free, and I've never remiss sharing that because there's always someone who says, oh, wait, I've been paying for mine with a different association. So remember, with your Miami membership, it is free. Now we are going to explore the MN News subscription. I've shared it with you before, but today we're going to go into how you set that up and what it looks like. And I'm even going to highlight one of the articles that came out today. If you follow me on any socials, you'll see I posted one of those articles. It is really good information for you to stay up to date with what's occurring, especially everything with the proposed settlement from NAR. We have exclusive products like Agent 3000 and IMLS. The latter part of this training will share some portions of Agent 3000 as one of those mastering your dashboard icons. And of course, you have the most training and education available for you. Okay, along with that, free perks of Starbucks. Okay, reminder, this page is going to be very important for today. I always mention the /services for you because this is where a lot of the details we share today a lot of the products we share today, the details will be here. So we are going to explore this page and I'm going to show you what is all included so you know how to get the most out of what's available on your dashboard. Okay, and coming back to your dues billing, this is brand new. You'll see it on the homepage of MiamiRealtors.com with this paid dues section here. Once you click on that, it'll open up to the various questions as to why you may have seen a slight increase in dues, as well as the drawing and steps on how to make those payments or even set up the 3 or 5 payment plans. Each of that comes with incentives, right? So if you have taken advantage of this in the previous years, you know you received that one-time payment incentive for paying in full by June 5th. You also receive a $100 education credit. So classes that you want to take advantage of at the association, you have that option of up to $100 for that. And that does not include the renewal course or NAR. We're going to give that to you separately. So you have one free license renewal, as well as 2 NAR designation class. So Kayla and I were just talking about ABR. That is something that you can receive for free, 2 of those classes for renewing on time by June 5th. Now, if you're thinking, okay, I want to spread it out, you want to do 3 payment or 5 payment plans, that gives you the option to receive $50 worth of education credits and then $30 worth of education credits. And that is available for you again till here are your dates by June 5th, and the full amount after August 7th will include a late fee if there are any missed payments or you have not set up your payment plan. And I am reviewing this. It does say first payment of $99. We are changing that. We're keeping it equal payments just for FR purposes, as well as it's just easier for everything to be set out in 3 or 5 equal payments. So you'll see that as well. Okay, with these credits, they are available and must be used before February 28th, 2025. So that means that the class also has to be completed before February 28th, 2025. I've received certain calls of people who want to use their credits for classes in April of 2025, but it has to be used before this date. Okay, again, all of this is available for you on your Miami Realtors homepage, so you'll have access to that. Okay, and last update or news I want to share with you, your Hollandale Beach City Spotlight. This is going to be a informative luncheon, great networking opportunity for you to meet with the mayor, vice mayor, and the city manager for Hollandale Beach. So if you are working with potential customers who are curious about what is occurring in Hollandale, and maybe even that clientele who wants to live in Miami, but want to live in Broward as well, you know, you have that crossover, but Hollandale is very central for Broward and Miami. So if you want to know what they are doing for the city, how they're enhancing it, what's coming in the real estate aspect of it, you can experience this at Gulfstream Park on May 16th. So if you're using your laptop for this session, go ahead and take out your phone and scan that QR code for access to registering. If you are using your device and you can't record it right now, you know you can find this on your MiamiRealtors.com homepage. It is available on that screen. Okay, so that's your introductions. Let's go ahead and jump into the meat of the training today, mastering your dashboard. Here we go. So coming to your MiamiRealtors.com page. So before we even jump into your dashboard, there's one tab I want to show you right on your MiamiRealtors.com page, and that is the stats. This allows you to get a quick glance of what's occurring in those 5 South Florida markets that we cover for you: Miami, Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, and St. Lucie. You have the single family homes and your townhomes and condos section. This is great data, valuable data that you can utilize to get an
We still see
idea.
the last, I'm sorry, we still
Oh,
did see the last screen.
I did not. Thank you. I didn't switch to share. Appreciate that. And here we go. All right, how about now?
Yes.
Perfect. A reminder that one screen is enough. Okay, let me just find the mouse here. Okay, so I got to this page by clicking on the stats, and this is on your Miami homepage. So if I click here, you have your home, then we click right here for your stats. Now you may be familiar with this page. I love to point it out so that you can see that it does still say March. We will get April's on about the 19th of 20th of this month, because we know we're looking at data from what's happened in the market. From this, you're able to see closed sales from year to year, and you have an idea of that percentage change. So if you've ever taken the Leverage Your Market Stats series, this is the information they're referring to. This is where it's located, so you have access to it. And if you've also seen the market snapshot videos, this is the layout and the charts that's available for you to utilize. So looking at this, you can see that there's a dollar volume amount of over $1 million here. So you're able to see exactly what's occurring, as well as active inventory and month supply of inventory. So you can have that conversation of, well, what do you know about Miami single family homes? What is the inventory like? And you can just inform them as of March 2024, that inventory is 4.3. So you have about 4 months of inventory available, letting you know which type of market you're in, whether that's sellers or buyers market. And same for your townhomes and your condos. Now, I have seen this on some of your Instagram and social media accounts, which is always great to see. Right here is your infographics and videos that you are able to utilize and share to promote and bring awareness to what's occurring in that market. Share this one with you. So it takes the data we saw on that page and makes it into that video, one less step that you have to create. And whether you're social media savvy, you have your Market Mondays or your Terrific Tuesdays, seeing what's going on in the market, you are able to create that here and share it to your page for your customers. And on your right-hand side is the graphic that you are able to use. So if you want to have this in a shareable method, maybe each week you want to highlight a different county, you can do so. So you can share Miami-Dade that you have a decrease in dollar volume of condo homes, but an increase in dollar volume for single family. That could be a good conversation of the combination between single family to townhomes. And we did do an RPR training. So imagine taking this data with your script writing that you use with RPR to start that conversation of what is occurring in your market so that you're more able to share with those buyers and sellers what's happening in that area. Nice. I see the finance duo wants to share that. Awesome to hear. And Tania, I'm not sure if I answered it for you again, but I'm going to show everyone where this tab is. All right. So I love your Miami Realtors website because if you keep clicking, you will find different information. And I know you don't have time to go through that directory. And that's why I'm here for, to show you those tips to get you around that. So if we click on stats, we scroll down, we have both Miami, Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie. Scroll down to this page and you have your market snapshot infographics. This will take you to the video as well as the PDF versions that you can access. Here, your summary and detailed reports takes the information above that we saw here and place it in a report for you, whether you want to include it in a CMA or whether you want to share it with a meeting with an investor to see what is occurring in that specific county, you can. So I'll show you briefly what that looks like. Okay, and remember, this is county-wide. If you ever want to go more specific to a zip code, SunStats is available for you to do that. Okay. So I have this here. I am going to show you how this can be used again. I'm going to save it. And if we think back to your RPR training, when we create reports, you have the option to include it with your mini property report, market activity report, neighborhood report. You can include this if they're curious about the entire county. So here, just going to print, save as PDF, save. And we have Broward County townhouses and condos. Perfect. And if you want access to the previous years, scroll down here and you'll see those available for you. Okay, now let us jump into your dashboard. Starting with your Miami Gateway. Now we're going to start from the bottom to the top here to show you things like your MN News Select, your great schools, condo plans, eProperty Watch, QB Casa, Forewarn, Landlord Station, Utility Connect, a lot of different things that we are going to go through today. Some products that may not have a full-on course, but I'll introduce you to the services and products so that you can know what they are and have it on your mind when you have that experience with potential customers, whether it's providing that white glove service for them and you want to have their utilities connected when they move, you can provide that for them. You can also get condo plans, and I'll show you how to access all of that. So here we are, your Miami Gateway. As a reminder, we won't have to use it today because we're going to scroll today, but when you're looking for anything that is on the top of your head, but you cannot find it because we have so many great products for you. Use that Control F, or if you're using a Mac, Command F, and you can type in whatever product you are looking for, and it will highlight it for you so it's easier to find. So I'm looking for Agent 3000. Once I type that in, it'll highlight for me. And there it is, okay? So scrolling down to the bottom. So there are two key features I want to show you that's available for you. The first is your great schools. Now, the reason I'm highlighting this is going back to that experience for your buyer. This could be a great link that you include on your websites, or if you want to have it on your socials, you can include that. So that way they can see if they prefer an area that they want to live in, but they prefer a different school. This provides the option for your school choice. I'm clicking on Broward County, and it provides you with access on how to still apply for the school choice. As we know, they offer that availability for parents, schools, and the community at large, the school choice process for parents who want to send their child to a different school outside of where they may live, or they know that their child is attending a school they really enjoy, but they maybe are moving to a different area. Imagine you are now that resource. Not only are you providing them with a home that they love, but you're giving them access to education resources and options that, yes, we can have the home of your dreams, but your child can also go to the school of their dreams as well. So this is under great schools. It's available for each of those counties. And show you again where we received it. At the bottom, free for you. We're working on making sure this is also covering Broward County. In the past, it did have it here, but this is great schools data from Miami-Dade. Here's the Broward County Schools link for school choice. And you can have this, include this link again on your websites available. Another service that you're providing for your potential buyers who, again, want to live a certain area, but they prefer a different school. Okay, and right next to this, talk about being a resource, your MN Select. Now, if you have not claimed your account, I say it every time I meet with you, that MN Select is one of those free services from your Miami membership. And I'm see if I can pull up my Facebook page, because I did just share one of their new articles that just posted. So if you're following them, if you already have your subscription, they just posted or shared an article about the changes that are occurring in the MLS and what's expected to change and when it's expected to change. So I'm going to access that for you. I always mention the MN Commission Chronicles Digest. This is a second area that you want to explore too. I'm going to pause my share. Okay. Okay, so you should see my Facebook page now. This is the article that I shared this morning from MN News Select. And once you also create your account, accept the link, process everything that you need to have to log in, I will tell you, sometimes it still requires you to verify that it's you. You may have to sign in several times. Don't be discouraged. It does just require that extra security layer. Like even now, I did log in, but it's requiring me to log in again to access it. Let's see here. And it sends you the link. So while we access this, in the chat, go ahead and let me know if you've already claimed your free MN News subscription. Righty. So I click the link. I'm going to freeze in a moment. Righty. So if someone says it says for me to email them that my account's already activated, great. So you'll just have to complete the links going back and forth with those steps. As I've done it as well, it says it's activated. They send you the link, you accept that link again, type in your email, and it'll take you there. All right, so you'll subscribe, and this is one of those articles that you'll have access to. All right, so that's your great schools as well as your MN Select. Scrolling up on our dashboard here. Our next one that we're going to look at is your new home source professional. So you have already seen that you can share the great schools. You can also use your MN News Select. With your new home source professional, this gives you a chance to access those courses, not those courses, those houses and communities that are under development. So for new, wrong one, scroll up some more. Here we go. Right here, and once you open it, it's going to bring you to that MLS for new construction. It does include nationwide searches, so you can access that if you're working with a buyer in another state. You can see that information, or a buyer who wants to purchase in another state. You can see what's available here. So I'm going to show you briefly what you have access to. So let's do Davie, Florida. No minimum price, no bids, no baths. I just want to show you first what is available. So you'll see that it's going to provide you with this list here of, it's like 1 to 6 at the bottom. And if you notice, it has the different icons. All these here are the same, but there are some that have a different icon. If you're curious about what that icon is, right here, you'll see that it's still in planning. So let's see which other areas we can do. I click on this search option. It takes us to, you can include nearby areas and apply filter. Now we have 44 homes in this area that are new or under construction. And here's the other icon that we were discussing. This one here is currently under construction. And you have the option to also contact the builder. Okay, as we're going through this, I am going to mention the Working with Investors course offered by Tyson. He has a really great job of sharing in the matrix how you can get on the ground floor with these builders and figure out how you can be that first person that they contact once they're ready to actually start promoting their properties. So even if the ground hasn't broken, there's a way to still be that first contact for providing them buyers for their area. So that's your Working with Investors class. Tanya, I am loving these emojis, honey. You also have communities, and this one also has that icon. Let's see what's going on here. It has 4 icons. So once we click into it, it does provide you with the listing information, details about the property and the community. You can also create a report for this. So I'm going to go back and let's do a different, add another filter. So price, let's Minimize that a bit. Let's do 750K. Beds and bath, let's do 3+, 2+. Home status, you have either completed, under construction, plan, or your model home. Let's do under construction and plan. And here you have the option to add additional amenities. So maybe it's a community that your potential buyer wants to work with, community pool, parks, so forth. You can add those here. We won't do that today, and let us search. Go back. Make sure everything's up to date. It changed. Sorry about that. We did 750K. Beds and bath, we did 3 and 2. Home status, we said, and apply filter. We left more alone. So make sure we applied our filter. Working with different MLSs, you know, some do it automatically, some require you to press save or apply. And here we are. Perfect. So in these 6 areas that we selected, we have 8 homes in the Emory community, 3 homes in the Casilla estates, and 1 home in Oak Tree. So let's take a look at this 1 home in Oak Tree. You can view it on the map. You can also see their photos. And this one comes with a video too. So as that loads, on the right-hand side, you can share this link. And the beauty about this, you can add the widget. You can add a widget to your website if you want to have that filter for new homes construction. So take advantage of this. I know this is one that is not oftentimes provided in trainings, but this resource is really good for those individuals who are looking for completely new home, new construction. And here is where you can create that report. There's an agent version and the client version, and floor plans are included. So let's take a look at that. So you have your general details here. It tells you that the entire community has 6 under construction and 8 plans to build. Imagine you have this information, you're speaking to that potential customer, and they already know about the area, they know it's coming, and they say, well, do they have anything available? How many are under construction right now? Do we have time? You have this information available to you, and you can be that resource for them just by saying, well, right now they have 6 under construction, or they have 8 plans to build right now. This can have that extended customer service for your potential buyer because you are aware of what's occurring in these various communities. Here are the details, and here are the locations for the new homes. Okay. And here's your client version. I'm going to pull one for you that includes the specific home with the floor plans. Let's go back to search results. Shift from communities to homes. And now let's take a look at this Grayton home in Emory over in Plantation. Here's the report, your agent version. And no worries, I'll go back and show you how we access this. So your amenities, your information about the community, the details, and driving directions with your floor plan. Now, I'm intentionally saying floor plan because you have the option to create floor plans yourself for current properties and your upcoming listings. You have that as a free service too. But it's beautiful to know what the floor plan is like for that new home construction. So when you're speaking with that buyer, they know exactly what it will look like if you are unable to get to the model home right now. So this again is your new home source professional right here. For me, it's towards the bottom. And since I've had access to my dashboard, it's usually towards the bottom for me. So it may switch its location in the row, but from my experience, it's always been towards the bottom. So once we click into that, it brings you to your general search. You can save it, you can invite clients, you can save listings, you can share it. And as I mentioned to you, you can also put a link to a widget on your website. And once you're here, you can see the actions for homes in this area, or if you want to look at specific communities, you can do so as well with the option of saving the email and reports, okay? And your contact the builder is there. New home source professional. Okay, so speaking of plans again, you may be familiar with it, you may not, but it is something that is available for you. You've seen it on your matrix many of times, and that is your My Condo Plans. So this acts as another MLS option for you, but we use this more so for what's available for you with condo plans. Now you may be wondering, well, I've never seen this in my matrix. I'm going to show you really quick where it is. I'm going to scroll up to matrix and give that a moment to load. And here you have the option to add your profile picture, make sure your contact information is correct, because you can create information using this. So you want to make sure everything is branded. So let us go to RE1, RE2 and look for just condos. Again, this is a blanket search because I want to show you where you might see the condo plans. Results. And you'll see it up here with your icons. So all of these icons take you to one of those icons that we have on your dashboard, but your condo plans here. Love that. It's right there in our faces for us. So going back to how with New Home Source Professional, you can let your future buyer know, oh, this community has 6 properties under constructions. You can go a step further with the condos and say, well, unfortunately, the average residences currently don't have any active listings for rent, or they don't have any listings for sale. So let's take a look at another so I can show you how you can become that expert for a specific condo building. And if you're looking at my page, you see something really grand. Yep, those building related documents. So if we are just here doing condo search, you can search by your building name, or you can search by choose condo, your county, or you can use it as an MLS search. We'll do Miami-Dade. We did Broward for the last one. Let's do Aventura, and let's do max price $850. So one thing I love about this outside of the condo documents is if there's a floor plan attached, you'll see it here. Like this one here doesn't include that floor plan, but you'll see all the others that do. So for this one Island Place Condo 1, you can view the floor plan, you download it. You do have the option to have 200 per month. So keep that in mind as you are downloading those. Now here, they have 111 units, and building inventory for rent is 1, inventory for sale is 6. Number of sales over the last 12 months, you have 3, the last 6 months, 1, and the last 3 months, 1 as well. Now let's see if this one includes their documents. They all can't be winners, but we do have a lot of great information available for you for condo plans, whether it's the floor plan itself or condo related documents. We have had questions in the past of how do you know it's up to date, if anything's changed. The one I saw did have 2017 for one of those condos, but we love to provide you with that resource as a starting point. And if there's something that you still have questions about, reach out to that condo association to find out more. Here's another. Has your photos, list price. This one has 288 units, 13 for sale. Your built-in association. And do one more. Give us one more. Here we go. Related documents, declaration, condominium, Aventura residences. So if you are doing condo sales in Miami-Dade, there's also an condo registry that you have access to in your dashboard. Right now, it's only available for Miami, but we are looking forward to adding Broward County to that list. But right now you have access to Miami HOA registry on that service. But here's your 172 pages. And I've heard that it's very difficult for sometimes the associates to provide this for you, but here it is. You have this information. Again, this could be that starting point. We know things change here and there. But if there is any change or you have a question, now you have a starting point of where you can ask for if there's been any updates. I know things with the Live Local Act may influence the plans. Maybe they hadn't had a chance to update everything as of yet, but you can have that starting point of what may be coming in the future for their property. So that again is My Condo Plans. You can use it as a MLS or search for specific condos if you know which one you like to search. So you have access to that in two places, towards the bottom, right here, or Matrix My Condo Plans. Okay, so there are a few more I would like to show you really fast before we wrap up for this morning. And thank you guys for joining us, because as much as I can provide how to utilize these resources for you, the more I feel accomplished, the more I appreciate you allowing me to be a part of your growth in this industry. So I want to show you some more. And as I always mention to Jeff, these courses are dynamic because you see we have different categories that we have not covered. So with that, your CDPE, this is a free course that helps you become distressed property expert. We have had this class in person with Tony Martinez. This course is online. You can go through module by module to learn how to address certified distressed properties. So with that, they always remind you, check with the correct individuals, whether it's a lawyer, whether it's someone who specializes in foreclosures and distressed properties. But this is a great starting point for that. And you see here, usually $499 for you. It is no cost. Now, if you do take it in person, there is an in-person fee, but it's available for you here. If you're like me, maybe you need that in-person experience to ask questions and go home and review. Nice. So you're familiar with that. I see Jeff mentioned that you've done this training before. Great. So good resource to revisit if you ever have additional questions. All righty. Moving up. Here you have your Utility Connect. If you haven't used this yet, I highly recommend it. This is a free home concierge service that you can provide for your buyers once they're ready to move. So it doesn't have to finish. And I know, knowing this group of individuals, I know when you work with your buyers, it doesn't finish once you close. I know that you remain in contact with them. I know that you're constantly giving them that great realtor to buyer experience. This can take it that step further, connecting their utilities from their previous location to their current if they want assistance with that. If you haven't set it up before, you can activate your free service here and it'll take you through those steps. I'm going to show the video for you. I want to show. We won't watch the full thing. We're going to go right here. Be love free.
You will also receive an admin dashboard. You can oversee your clients and their partner. Your clients will be assigned a dedicated concierge to oversee all their needs until the day of their move and even beyond.
As a utility connection agent, my primary focus is to ensure level of customer service to your client. Contact myself or a member of our team. We make sure that their needs are utmost concern.
Perfect. So I want to show you how that looks once you activate your service. I promise I did all of this before we joined. So I'm just see if they let me go ahead and sign in. I want to show you that once you log in, instead of this saying compliments of Miami Association of Realtors, it'll say your name. So locate your utilities and connect all home services, compliments of, input your name, and they'll have the option to connect those services from their previous location to that current one that they are moving into. Talk about customer relationship. So that again, here is your utility connect. Okay. Tanya is queen of the emojis. I love it. So just want to point out a few more things before we open up for questions. Forewarn, if you have not used it, I know we talked about it briefly before. If you have not used it, forewarn gives you that extra security, that extra comfort of knowing that who you're meeting with is someone that you are comfortable meeting with. You don't have to worry about if they have any, or you can be aware of their background history as well. So if you have not signed up for it, forewarn, take advantage of it, use it. I'm chuckling because, you know, use it in your daily life. Maybe you meet someone new, you want to make sure everything is great. You have that background information on that person so that you can know on what route and how to prepare yourself for that interaction when you're doing a showing. Lastly, I want to point this out as more of a troubleshooting aspect because sometimes we get questions about what the balance is for your account. Okay, so shifting over from services and products that benefit your customers now to the back end of how to understand your dashboard. So on your right hand side here, if you ever see this balance and it is, for instance, the 935 or so of what the current balance is. If you see that and you know you've already made payments, I want you to not worry because this one is just an overall balance. We're working on making sure it reflects in real time for you. But if you were to click your pay dues or My Miami Dashboard, is going to provide you with the full layout of your dues, the payments you've made, your classes, so on and so forth. This will have all the updated information. So I just want to point that out for you just so you are aware and that your balance here doesn't worry you even if you've made those payments. Alrighty. So with a few moments left, I do want to open it up for any questions, whether you want to put it in the chat, any comments, anything that you see here that we haven't gone over that you have a question about. Alrighty. Don't see any questions coming through just yet. So I will head back over to our PowerPoint after I show you my last tip for you from this. Dot loop is a form that you can use for e-sign. So it has all your contracts in there as well. I'll show you. You get 10 free loops. So this is something that's comparable to your form simplicity. But you get 10 free ones that you can utilize. So let me go to, I want to pull up the, here we go. Here are the contracts and forms. Keep in mind, we know FR is updating all of this. And then here are your Miami Realtors forms. So if you want to create e-signs or share documents with your buyer or seller, you can send this over to them and it has the e-sign for you. And you get 10 free, they call them loops for the e-signatures. So you have that option here or even to upgrade. So it's comparable to your form simplicity. Okay, and that last one before you go is your eProperty Watch, something else that is available for you on your Miami, your matrix. This is this tool right here. So if you've been scrolling through your matrix and you're like, oh, this is an interesting ad. Why do they have an ad here? I always thought it was an advertisement. But once you click on it, it'll take you to eProperty Watch. So 2 ways, your dashboard or here through Matrix. And it provides you with a retention and gaining tool. So we talked about extending that customer relationship beyond the close date or beyond that initial listing presentation. This can be what you can utilize to share about their property value. I'm going to show you that benefit. So here, I created a test document. Jeff said, let's speak of eProperty Watch. It says my home is worth 400K. Homes are going for 600 to 700 here. Told Deborah about it once before, but didn't hear back. Yes, so this is a great retention and gain tool. Your potential customers like Jeff, you can put it for your property. Maybe you're just curious about what the equity is, what the value is, what's current in that area. You can explore that. Or maybe you just close on the property for a buyer and they want to see, okay, how is this trending over time? What is occurring with the value of my property? Or maybe it's an investor. They're looking at this property. They're not sure yet if they want to move on it, but maybe in the future they may want to. So I have different properties here. I wanted to show that it does include nationwide searches or nationwide properties. I have Arizona, North Carolina, and of course, Florida as well. So once we click on this, I'm going to go down here. Let's do this one. So you have the estimated value of this property, the change in value, estimated equity, and if there's a mortgage balance, it'll appear as well. Now, I want to point out this version because I know what's most important. Where are these numbers coming from? How do they know this value? They do use AVM. And if you're a fan of RPR, you know that we prefer that RVM, the realtor's valuation, but they provide you with an option. If you feel like, you know what, this property has more value, knowing your expertise as a real estate professional, you can edit it, okay? So it provides that option for you, but it's a good starting point. Imagine you send this to your customer and they say, well, I noticed that my property is worth this amount. Can we discuss if we were to sell? What would my options look like? Now, it's a starting point. That's that conversation for you to provide your expertise as that real estate professional. From this, they also have details about similar properties in that area, including value history. And if there was a loan, it'll include the value of that property with the loan balance. Here you have details, including the tax data for that property and comparison for that property. So most luxurious is what they label it, to the oldest property in that area, with information about the history of this property. Now, the neighborhood one always makes me chuckle a little bit because when you share this with a customer, they may say, well, my neighbor down the street, I saw they just sold their home and they got X, Y, and Z for it. That can be, again, that conversation starter of, well, once I put the report on your property, I did the evaluation, I spoke with the necessary channels. This is what we are possibly looking at listing your home for. So can you want to be that resource for that community? And you have details about the trends in that area. So we covered only a handful. I would probably say not even a third of what's available for you, but great starting points to building and maintaining a great relationship with your customers. I'm just going to do a new share here. And if you still have questions as we wrap up, please feel free to include it in the chat, or you have the option to send me an email and we can go a little bit further. Just waiting here. I do apologize about the delay, everyone. Okay. So again, here's your May 16th City Spotlight. I hope to see you there. We're going to have flamingos on property. If you've been to Rock the Market, you know what type of flamingos I'm referring to. We will be at Flamingo Room at the Hollandale Beach Gulfstream Park. And if you have any questions about the resources we went over today, your Miami Dashboard has Miami Realtors Live, which will give you access to various products and trainings with your Miami Trainers YouTube channel, okay? If you have any additional questions, I can be reached at Jalina@miamire.com, as well as your trainers at miamire.com. Thank you, Jeff, again for scheduling this. And if anyone online has any questions or comments, I'm more than able to stay and share that information with you.
Ha ha ha. Super excited about that. Drop some fires in the room for that. Drop some fires. I need to ensure that the recording did not get messed up. Yeah, my office was in here as well. That was the second person in here. Any questions?
Nice.
Any questions? Let's go ahead and let's do a quick